Hi, this is Steve Feaster with GNC's Total Lean Challenge, and we have made it to phase 3. In phase 3, we're gonna ramp things up just a little bit. We're gonna start using a methodology of supersetting. We're gonna take 2 exercises and put them together with no rest in between. We're also gonna create more intensity by increasing your resistance. Anything that calls for 6 to 8 repetitions, I want you to use a really heavy weight, something you can still do safe, but it should feel very heavy to you. 8 to 15 reps, I want you to use a moderate weight. Now the reason for this video is I want you to look at my time and intensity and my pace. So at first on these videos, I'm going to explain some modifications and how to do the exercises, and then immediately I'm gonna go through the couplet or the superset so that you can kind of experience the pace that I want these to be done at. All right, the first superset we need to get after is push-ups and pull-ups. Now I'll show you some modifications, but let's talk about a good push-up first. It always starts in a good plank position, hands underneath my shoulders. I descend my chin and my chest down, keeping my elbows in neutral, and I push up. If that's overwhelming to you, as always, you can move to your knees. Start by laying down, bend your legs, and push up. Now I say on your knees, but in fact, you're on the tops of your legs. You're not on your knees. So make sure you still stay in a nice straight line from your shoulders down to your knees. Like I said, 6 to 8 repetitions needs to be really intense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my feet up into the air. That's going to make it a little bit more intense for me. But like I said, 6 to 8 repetitions, we need to do something that's going to create more resistance. So I'm going to perform my push-ups with my feet in the air. Another modification might be an incline push-up like we've done in some of the other phases. That's going to make it a little bit easier as well. The next exercise, we do 6 to 8 push-ups. We immediately, no rest, we move into 6 to 8 pull-ups. You need an overhead bar for pull-ups. Let's try not to kip. Let's try to do very strict pull-ups. Arms are shoulder width apart. We come up till our chin is above the bar. 6 to 8 reps, and I'm not so much pulling up as I'm pulling down. I'm pushing my elbows down. That makes my body come up. You want to make sure you keep your core tight and try not to swing. If you don't have a pull-up bar or you can't quite do your body weight yet, let's do a pull down. What I like to do is catch a knee with an overhead band, keep my body in a straight line, and I pull down. That's going to create the same type of resistance. We're doing 6 to 8 reps. So we do 6 to 8 push-ups, followed by 6 to 8 pull-ups, and then you can have a 60-second break. Try to stay with me through this. I'm going to do 1 round with you, and then you're going to continue on for 3 more rounds. So this first couplet, this first superset, we're going to perform 4 rounds. Let's get started. 8 push-ups, either on the ground, on your knees, or with me, with the feet elevated. Begin. 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep good plank. 6, 7, 8. No rest. Let's get after it. 1, 2, 3. All the way down. 4. All the way up. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we get 60 seconds break before we do that for 3 more rounds. So it's a total of 4. Outstanding. Pay attention, we're getting ready to start our next couplet. Our next couplet, our next superset is going to be dumbbell bench press and flies. Whether you use dumbbell flies or a cable fly machine, it doesn't matter, and I'll show you the mods for that. Dumbbell bench press, 6 to 12 reps. The flies is going to be 12 to 15. So we already know we're using moderate resistance for this. It's going to go fast, and there's no rest in between. A dumbbell bench press, you start off with the dumbbells, even with your chest. My hands aren't all the way out at 90 degrees. I'm bringing them in. I call that a neutral position. My low back is lifted and my bottom and shoulder blades stay down. I push straight up above my chest and back down. You may want to limit your range of motion at the bottom so that you don't hurt your shoulder. Up and down. Focus is the chest, but you're definitely working triceps and shoulders as well. All right, that's for 10 to 12 repetitions. The next exercise we move to immediately is going to be pectoral flies. And you can use cables or you can use bands. It doesn't matter. You're going to start off doing adduction. Make sure your core is nice and tight. Look at the way I'm lifting my sternum. I'm bringing my chest up and I squeeze my hands in and out. What you want to be careful of is not to roll your shoulders forward. Stay lifted as you squeeze. If you find yourself rolling your shoulders forward, the resistance is too heavy for you. Now I like band adduction. I like cable flies, but what I'm going to do for this couplet, since I'm already on the bench, I'm going to do a dumbbell fly. I lay back. I start off the same way with the press, but I bring my arms into abduction, bending my elbows slightly, and I squeeze, keeping my shoulders back. Coming up and down. We're doing flies for 12 to 15 repetitions with moderate weight. All right, 10 to 12 reps of bench press, followed by 12 to 15 repetition of flies, and there's no rest in between. We're gonna repeat this 2 additional times for a total of 3. Try to stay paced with me on this first one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, controlling it up and down, 12. Now, going 12 to 15 flies, 1. Notice I turn my hands gently. That's okay, you don't have to. You're just gonna get a little better squeeze if you turn your pinkies in. It's not necessary. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Squeeze your chest. 15. Fantastic. Control the weight down and sit on up. All right, you're gonna rest 60 seconds before doing this 2 more times. Get that done. The next couplet or superset, we're gonna perform for 3 rounds. It's dumbbell rows and back extension or Superman. Now it's gonna be 10 to 12 repetitions of dumbbell rows, so make sure you pick a moderate weight. 12 to 15 Supermans or back extensions. Let's get started. The dumbbell row, remember, you hinge from the hips first. Your legs are slightly bent, and you try to come down horizontal with the ground. And then you pull straight up, getting the elbows high. You're trying to squeeze those back muscles. That's going to be 10 to 12 repetitions, followed by Superman. Remember, with the Superman, we're squeezing between the shoulder blades and our buttocks and all the way through our lumbar area. We're lifting up and down, getting a good squeeze, trying to really work that posterior side of our core, our entire back, and also our shoulder muscles, our scapular stabilizers. I want to show you the pace that I'm going to go through this. Feel free to follow me through if you want to. I'm going to do 12 repetitions of rows, followed by 15 Superman, and it starts right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing this to show you pace of a superset. And don't let your form suffer. My head is in neutral, 3, really squeezing 4, through my entire core. Now remember, we can also use the back extension machine if you have access to that. When you're doing the back extension machine, try to leave your legs straight but soft, and you're using all of your posterior core, from your low back, your mid back, between your shoulder blades, and lift it all the way up. Fantastic, that's a great couplet. Now we still have 2 more rounds to go of that. That is all for the back. All right, there we have it. 3 couplets, 3 supersets. The first one was a push-pull. The second one was all chest. The third one was all back. But they were all geared towards your upper body to really get you going. Now I'll see you back tomorrow for our next workout.